Hi everyone, I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. I am a soul therapist and an intuitive that connects with the angelic energy, and I help the helpers, the light bringers, and the soulpreneurs of this world to live their most magical life. So if that's you and you're watching on my YouTube channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button below. If you're watching on my Facebook Live or on the replay, make sure you hop on over to my YouTube channel and get yourself subscribed. I am releasing and will have released in the next couple of days all of the September tarot scopes. Happy September. A lot of them are already up on over on my YouTube channel now. I'll try to make sure that I put the link below, so if you're not subscribed, that you can hop on over and subscribe to my channel. Hi CG. So we're gonna talk about everything that's going on. You know, I've been talking about, and I talked last week about divine assignments, right? The divine assignments that we are receiving from the divine, from God, from the universe, whatever you want to call that, right? We are receiving these, and I've been really called to, God's got me busy. God's got me doing a lot of work right now with different things, but one of those things that I have been working on, that I've been talking a little bit about, is my Find Your Magic tarot deck. So I finally got the sample deck. It took a little bit longer than expected, but you guys, I love it so much. Look, it's got gold edges. I have decided that what I'm going to do when I offer these for sale is to have it available both with the gold edges and then also a little bit more of an affordable version of it that will have no gold edges. So if you're a little bit extra, get the gold edges. If you know you're just wanting it to be a little more simple, don't get the gold edges. But I am wrapping up still work on just getting some things tweaked with the book that's going to go along with it. I really want the messages to be on point. I want that to be something that's really helpful for you. So that's taking me a little bit, but I promise you guys I'm going to have that out soon and available. I've been so just overwhelmed in a good way by your support. I posted these cards in my story yesterday, and the messages that I got from people was like, I couldn't even keep up with them because people are so excited about it, and just to see you guys be so excited about them and to be so supportive, it means everything in the world to me. So I just wanted to say thank you for that. You can see they're all really like rainbowy and colorful. So I'm excited to share these. I'm actually going to be incorporating them into my readings that I'm going to be doing here, and I am incorporating them as part of the reading that I'm going to be doing today too. I also have, since it is September 1st, I have a new shirt of the month that says Stay in Your Magic. I have t-shirts, I have regular hoodies, a zip-up hoodie. I have those posted on my Facebook page and posted. There are links through my website at discoveryourawakening.com if you're watching this on my YouTube and you want to swing on over there and check those out. So I have those. I have a whole bunch of other shirts that have come out in other months. So if that speaks to you, swing on over and get those. So let's get to the energy, because you know, it's an interesting time, I think, in a lot of ways. Like, there's been so much happening where things have felt very paused. There's a lot of unknowns. There's a lot of emotions going on for people, but at the same time, there just is a whole lot of forward movement with things, and shifts happening, and us stepping into these beautiful new chapters in our life. And I think that part of what we're doing and part of what we're needing to do right now is to just be really honest with ourselves, to just really ask ourselves, what is my truth right now? And we can get so caught up in doing what we think other people want us to be doing, or listening to what other people's opinions are, or doing things the way that we have always done them, that we can really step away from what the truth is. And the truth is just being honest with yourself about where you're actually at with things, about what you actually want in your life, about how you're feeling about things. And you know what? Sometimes the truth sucks, right? Like, maybe you're like struggling with something right now, and that's your truth, and that's okay, because that is truly the journey of life, is that sometimes we're working through more challenging times, and sometimes we are struggling more than other times. But what's beautiful about that is when we can just acknowledge it and honor it, we don't have to pretend anymore that we are okay or that we're not struggling. And sometimes just saying it is really, really important, whether you say it to yourself, whether you say it to someone else. But it's the process of beginning to take your power back when you're honest with yourself, when you're not lying to yourself about where you're at, what you want, whatever, so ask yourself, what is the truth here? What is my truth? What is it that I need to be aware of? If you're not sure what your truth is, what needs to come to the surface? And invite the angels, invite your guides, invite the divine to show you what it is that you need to understand here, to give you some clarity on things. Maybe you have questions. Maybe you're not quite sure how you feel or what you want or where you're at. You don't have clarity. Ask for that to come, because I think that that's really, really key here in this month. And the other piece of all of this is, I've been talking about, again, us receiving these divine assignments, right? And people ask me, like, what are my divine assignments? And I say, like, you really need to just pay attention to what it is that you feel called to do. Last week, somebody had commented, well, I really feel called to just focus on flow right now. So that's your divine assignment, and if something else comes in that you feel called to focus on, then you focus on that. But it's really paying attention to what it is that's showing up for you that you're feeling a calling toward. And then it's being honest with yourself about that, right? Because sometimes the divine assignments aren't in alignment with what we expected or where we expected to be or how we expected things to go or whatever, So sometimes we also have to just be honest with ourselves about that. But when we can follow these, we are doing God's work, right? And that's really what we're here to do. Ultimately, we are all here to bring more light, more love here into this world in our own special, unique way, through our own special, unique gifts. And so when we are following these divine assignments, whether it's that you're needing to take better care of yourself, or whether it's like this specific thing that you're focusing on and this specific thing that you're working on, it's all important, because it's all part of the journey and it's all part of what we're doing here. But what's important this week is that whatever those things are, and it doesn't have to be just one thing, so it could be many things, whatever you've been inspired about lately, maybe you've had some ideas come through, whatever it is, take action on it. Put some energy into it this week. This is a time we're here in Virgo season, right? Virgo gets it done. And it is time to get it done. And you might not get it done overnight, right? But it's time to take some action. And your action might look different from other people's, right? Like, you might take smaller actions. You might move at a slower pace, but move. Just don't stay still. And sometimes that movement even is taking the time to allow answers to come through and taking the action to do the things that you know that you can do to help the answers to come through. If you're not quite sure, if you don't have clarity, go do the things. Like, if I'm not sure about something, if I have questions, one of my favorite ways to allow that to come through is to make sure that I'm meditating regularly, and also to make sure that I'm going for walks by myself in the woods. So going for those walks in the woods is where I find that so many answers come for me. Or sometimes, it's like just when I'm driving. So I might make an effort to allow my drive to be a little bit less focused on an audiobook that I'm listening to or the music. And I might just allow it. I might just allow more quiet or whatever that looks like. But just allowing this process. And yes, I see Jennifer's talking about like the full moon manifestation tomorrow. Absolutely. Tomorrow is full moon, and that is a great time to take some time. I really like on the full moon, honestly, to take a look at what has manifested, because the full moon for me is about like the full manifestation of things, and to express my gratitude for that, because we can ask for what we need, but then we have to have gratitude, then we have to have appreciation, because so many times I've caught myself doing this where something has manifested for me and it's just like, oh my gosh, I'm excited about it, and then I don't hold that gratitude, or I don't focus on it, and I just move on to the next thing, because that's how we're built, right? Is to move on to the next desire that we have, the next thing that we want to manifest. But we also have to bring ourselves to this place of focusing on that gratitude and appreciation. And so I would include that too as part of your full moon manifestation ritual is, what have I manifested? What's happened? I know like there have been a lot of things for me that have just taken form in even the past few days that I'm excited about. So I love that, and I definitely am going to be incorporating that as part of it. We're going to dive into the cards. We're going to take a look. I'm going to start with my Find Your Magic deck cards that I pulled. So the first one is Redirect, right? How perfect. Redirection. Where do I need to redirect myself? Where have I been putting my energy into something that I know isn't serving me, that I know isn't helping me? Maybe you've been thinking about certain things that just aren't really getting you anywhere, or focusing your thoughts and your energy and attention on things that you know isn't going to get you anywhere, or you've been spending too much time wasting your time. You've been using your time ineffectively. You've been, whatever this is, but where do you need to redirect yourself in your life and get yourself back on path, back on track? This is a time to focus. I'm telling you what, the things that you're putting your energy into right now are going to create significant results, significant success. So keep putting your energy into these things, and you're going to see big results here from this. The next card, speaking of that, is Boss Up, right? So the Boss Up card is all about following your natural flow and stepping into whatever it is that you feel called to do, and listening to that and taking action and stepping into leadership if you feel called to do that. Being a leader in your own life, allowing yourself to be inspired to do all the things that you're feeling inspired to do, that you know that you need to be doing, that maybe you need some redirection on to get back on track with that. And then the Level Up card, okay? Again, we're leveling up right now. We are stepping into something bigger, better, and more amazing, as long as we are on this path of getting it done, doing the things that we know that we need to be doing. This is about changing your life for the better right now, and this is really, really key. So those are a few of my cards, but we're also going to take a look at these angel deck cards. And the first card that we have here, further supporting this idea, is the Emperor card, okay? The Emperor card is kind of my get your shit together card. Okay, so it's kind of like, like, where have you not been doing what you know that you need to be doing? Where have you been just like thinking about stuff and not taking action on it? Where do you need to hold yourself accountable, okay? And following through that. We need to create more structure. We need to create a system of organization. We need to get on it. We need to get it done. We need to step up. This is also about, the Emperor is also about leadership as well. And so, again, if you are finding yourself feeling called to lead with something, step up, go for it, do it, because that is potentially, probably, something that is a divine assignment for you. Now, the next card that we have here is the Ego card reversed. And this is about us making sure that we're not allowing our ego to keep us stuck. Our ego can keep us, can allow us to continue to repeat patterns that we have been repeating for so long, that we consciously understand are not helpful to us, but we continue to repeat them anyway, or to continue to self-sabotage, or habits that just don't serve us anymore, or fear. What are the ways that fear is holding you back, and how can you challenge that? How can you go for it anyway? A lot of people ask me, like, how do I do this because I feel so afraid? And my answer is almost always, you do it anyway. You feel afraid and you do it anyway. And you might have to take baby steps in that direction, right? It might be too overwhelming to just go for it right away, but you do it anyway, and you go for it, and you push yourself, because on the other side of that, you see that you didn't have anything to be afraid of. Or maybe you were terrified the whole way through, but you know what, on the other side of it, you feel less afraid and you feel really accomplished. And I feel like this is a really great tool for developing and building our confidence around ourselves. When we see that we have done something that has been challenging, that has been hard, and we've made it to the other side, there's a lot of confidence that comes with that. We see just how strong we really are, just how able we really are. The next card that we have is the Seven of Earths. So while we are busy taking action and working on things and doing things, we might feel like, okay, I'm not really seeing the fruits of my labor just yet. We might not see all of these seeds that we have been planting and tending to and taking care of really sprouting, or maybe they're like just these little tiny sprouts that don't seem like they're doing real well just yet. It's okay. Keep watering them. This is about not worrying about it, just continuing to listen to your soul, to follow those prompts from your soul, to follow that path, that direction that your intuition is showing you. And if you do that, because that takes trust, that takes faith, and if you can continue to do that, this is only a temporary pause in action. This is only temporary. You are going to receive the benefits, the rewards. You are going to, harvest all of these things that you have been planting for yourself. But you have to hang in there and you have to keep the faith. This isn't like for the weak of heart, you know what I mean? Like sometimes having faith and having trust is a real challenge, and that's why not everybody does it. But if you have this knowing that whatever this is something that is right for you, is best for you, is what you're supposed to be focusing on, you keep going. And you keep working on building those faith muscles, because eventually, and I don't even feel like that's going to be very far out, you are going to see the rewards for all of the things that you've been working on, all of the things that you've been doing. And, I think, again, when I say that's not going to be far out, we have the Page of Earth, okay? This is new money coming in. This can be just unexpected money, an unexpected check that you get in the mail. This can be a new stream of revenue, a new stream of income coming in. This can be, you're walking down the street and you find money on the ground. It can be anything. But this is new money coming in, and this is new hope. This is a new opening for abundance. So focus your energy on abundance, and focus on not that you don't have enough, but that you're allowing in more money. You're allowing in more opportunity, because sometimes this is also about opportunity and beautiful manifestations of things coming into our lives. Let the universe know. Take this full moon, right? And say, like, I'm open to receiving the manifestation of all of the beautiful things that I have been intending for yourself. And if you haven't been intending for yourself, get to work on intending things for yourself, because that is really, really key to manifesting. Write down the things that you want. Write down the things that you want to magnetize to you. Write down the things that you want to call into yourself, into your experience, or even create a vision board, or however you feel called to manifest that. But set some intentions for your life and for your month of September. Today's the 1st. Start with what do I want for my September? And set some intentions there. Put your order in with the universe, like I always say. And then we have, last but not least, this renewal card. And the renewal card is about things feeling renewed, right? There is a clearing. I always think of it like a baptism with this card. And it's like, if we allow it, the angels will work on us. If we invite it, they will work on releasing anything that's ready to go energetically, clearing that, renewing your energy, rejuvenating you. And I feel like there is this energy if we allow it right now, if we invite that into our lives. But even if we don't invite it, I think that there's just this process of us releasing things, of letting go, and allowing what's coming, what wants to come in, what is trying to come in, this new level in our life, allowing ourselves to step into it, and anything else that is no longer in alignment with that to be washed away, to be released. And again, this is all about being honest with yourself about what belongs in your life and what doesn't. So those are your messages for this week. Keep checking my YouTube channel. Within the next couple of days, I should have all of those tarot scopes up. I have a lot of them up right now. I'll have 2 more up tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to learn more about me or about clarity, you can check me out at discoveryourawakening.com. I will see you guys soon with another video. Take care, guys.